Hi there, Amber Burke here, and I would love to show you a couple ways to release your calves using a yoga block. These would be great if you've got general calf tightness. They could also potentially be helpful if you have plantar fasciitis, in which case tension in your gastrocnemius soleus Achilles tendon complex could be what is yanking on your plantar fascia and causing discomfort there. All you need for these movements is a block, though a wall might be helpful for stability. And if you're doing some of the other variations, I'll show. Come to standing on your yoga mat with the block a little ways in front of you, and the block is on its flattest setting. I do have a wall nearby for stability. You could have a wall, you could have a chair. Left foot back, right foot steps forward. Ball of your right foot is on the edge of the block and right toes are pointing upward. Depending on where the tightness is in our calves, we might feel the stretch more with the right leg straight or with the right knee bent. You can try both and see what works best for you, or even go back and forth between the two. I spend some time doing that on the other side with the ball of the left foot up, left toes up, left leg straight or bent, or a little of both. You might find that if your feet are smaller, the yoga block isn't working so well for you, or you might just want to get into your calves at a slightly different angle. So let me propose a couple variations here. You could grab a hold of the wall for stability and step on up onto your block. Then back your left foot up until your left heel is off the block. Bend your right knee, drive your left heel down toward the floor. As was the case with our first stretch, you are welcome to keep the stretching leg straight or bent. Try that on the other side. So back your right foot up, drive your right heel down as you bend your left knee. You could keep working with this, or I've got another thing you could try. You could step off the block and put the block at a slant against a wall. So you're checking it for stability. You come up to stand in front of the block, and now you're stepping the ball of one foot up to the large face of the block. And it might be a little bit easier to get your foot up here. Leg bent, leg straight as you like. Try that on the other side. You do whichever of those works for you. Repeat them throughout the day. And here's another idea. You can use the block to give your calves a massage. You need to start with your legs out in front of you, and you'll bend your left knee a little bit. You'll put the block on its middle setting underneath your left knee, maybe about 1 or 2 inches underneath your left knee. Have your hands somewhere back behind you. You can be on palms or on fists. Try to keep your heart open while you're doing this. You've got the bridge of the block, the edge of the block, at the top of the left calf. Roll your left calf from side to side and see if you hit any interesting places where you might want to pause. If you are craving greater intensity today, if you are craving more sensation, you could also cross your right leg on top of your left. I usually take a few breaths here with the block closer to the knee. And then I spend a few breaths with the block more toward the center of the calf muscle, the fleshiest part of the calf muscle, and do the same thing. Hands down, heart lifts, shin rolls from side to side. If we encounter a knot, we can pause there. We could even add the weight of the right leg if we want to. And this is yoga. It's all optional. We do what works for us. And then we could spend some time with the block a little bit closer to the ankle, but still on the fleshy part of the calf muscle. Roll from side to side. You've got that extra leg you can use for help if you want. And let's move through these on the second side. So we'll keep the left leg down at first. We'll put the block on its edge underneath the right knee, 1 to 2 inches underneath the right knee. Hands come back behind us, heart lifts. We roll the right leg from side to side. Optional, add your extra leg. Do breathe while you're doing this. Easy inhales, thorough exhales. Go a little bit further down, go to the fleshiest part of your right calf and repeat the same process. We're just spending a couple minutes on this here, but you would be welcome to spend a good long time doing this at home. And let's go just a little bit closer to the ankle. Still on the calf muscle though. Roll from side to side. Spend a few more breaths doing that. And then when you're done, take a walk. See how your calves feel. See how your feet feel. Notice if this made any difference in your body.